It has been said that episode 3 is Goose's favorite episode. If that is true, then I fear the future of this series. This episode is mid, and I thank Kinger for carrying. Before I go on about the characters, just so everyone knows, I will not be talking about Ragatha, Gengo, and Jax separately on their own, as I personally don't think they get enough screen time for themselves to discuss them. Now that we got that out of the way, firstly, Bubbles.
I can't wait for all the children in the audience to get horrible nightmares from the monster.
Best joke in the series. Kane manages to be a good plot device and a character at the same time. He's the main setup for the adventures, yet we actually see he has emotions, that being his insecurities. He wants to do his job, but if he can't do that right, what's his purpose? He's an AI. Why would he think his life has purpose beyond accomplishing his goal? Easily Kane's best episode so far. But it's a shame I can't say the same about Zubul. Zubul is mid. I enjoy seeing more of their personal struggles, but it never ties into anything later in the episode. I guess it could tie into another episode, but this was way too overhyped as the Zubul episode. If anything, Zubul feels more like a plot device for Kane, giving us context to his character, yet failing to deliver on their characterization. Pomni is pretty good, but her only standout moment, and the best moment in the entire series, is her mental breakdown. Her saying that Kane just wants her to suffer is really heartbreaking to see, as this series does make you want to at least see Pomni being okay. Because after all the horror they will— hold on a damn second! Horror? Does this episode do it well? The answer is yes, but no. That'd be kind of ruining the moment. It has the horror style, I'll give it that, but tension building, it's either a hit or miss, and for me, it was mostly missing. Honestly, it makes sense for the adventures to feel like it has the horror style, but not feel scary, since it was made by an AI who doesn't understand humans. Oh, also, about the tapes.
Wow. This is some rather inconvenient lore placement.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Honestly, tapes highlight my biggest problem with the episode. It feels dragged out. The scene where Pomni and Kinger were in darkness, breath-holding scene at the beginning should have been lowered by 20 seconds, and most dragged thing of all, the stupid tapes. They're supposed to build tension, but go on so long that you'll probably get over the spooky factor of it after one tape. Just so I can end this on a positive note, I'm gonna get some nitpicks I have out of the way. The soundtrack is forgettable. For a title with mystery in it, there isn't a whole lot of mystery solving. I personally think during the breath-holding scene at the start, Ragatha should have asked Pomni if she was okay, only for Pomni to tell her of course she was fine, to make the scene where Pomni tells Ragatha she appreciates her to feel less out of nowhere for this episode. It feels like a plot hole for Kinger to still be wacky during the dark scene. The comedy doesn't really land, and it does kind of feel like they went overboard on the merch, like Glitch. Where is my J body pellet? Now, with that all pushed to the side, finally, I can talk about Kinger. He is, without a doubt, the best character in the Amazing Digital Circus, all due to this one episode. Kinger is exactly like the first scene of this episode. At first, it seems random, pointless, and a waste of time, but near the end, it ties in so beautifully into the story, I can't help but love it. The foreshadowing for Kinger is great. His dead wife being quickly seen in the pilot, him remembering Ragatha's first day in the circus when covered by a bucket. The reason he likes bugs is because of his wife, oh my god. Despite Kinger having a simple backstory, it truly carries its emotional weight, and despite feeling like a scene from a Darman video, it actually has heart behind it, making the scene good. It's a great example of how you can still make a cliche scene good if you know how to execute it right. The more I write the script, the more I genuinely begin to like this episode. I still think it's a 6 out of 10, but this episode isn't that bad. Of course, I still think the horror is mostly missing, and it does drag out, not to mention wasting a chance to give Zubul an important moment to tie back into the episode. However, this episode is easily the best episode the Amazing Digital Circus has ever shown us. While I'm still here shouting the Amazing Digital Circus is mid, it could easily redeem itself in the next episode, and it does something no other Amazing Digital Circus episode has done for me. It makes me want to see more.